Gracious, great snow globes! Ah!
It's like the worst weather I've ever seen indoors.
I can't believe they did that. I love it.
We need you to get rid of about a third of your stuff.
Oh, gosh.
British designers Colin McAllister and Justin Ryan are on a mission to rid the world of decorating disasters.
Bad taste, be warned, we're coming to get you.
And it's not long before they're on the trail of another hideous home in need of a heist.
Meanwhile...
I wish we stayed outside.
Meanwhile, snow globe, snow globe, snow globe.
And snow globes over there.
Look at that archway. How 1970s.
Is this the home of some bewildered transvestite? Check that wig.
I know who lives here.
And look at this dress.
Rod Stewart.
Hey! What is this? This is a dining room, you'd imagine, but there's no table for starters, so something's clearly missing.
I think we should go and get these people
I reckon
right
this
now.
very minute. I'll get the curtains.
Snow globes.
Oh. Ah, my favourite bit of this show. Catherine and Max have no idea whatsoever that we're about to heist them.
Absolutely. Two boys, one draped in drapes and the other armed with snow globes.
Mind my new curtains.
Arch hoarder Catherine hasn't got a clue that Colin and Justin are lining the streets with her tacky collection.
I'm just loving the fact that she's got no idea that she's about to appear in the middle of this fabulous home heist drama.
What do you reckon of these?
If the kids brought this home, I would have to hide it.
Okay, this is a collector freak.
Oh? Around and say, oh,
Catherine's taking son Max to have a scooter lesson.
whoa.
If you keep on leaning backwards, you'll be going backwards.
Are you scared of this? Is it this here? Look, is this one here? Look.
So try and find your balance point right now.
Whoa.
Look. Gracious, great snow globes. Ah!
Max has got the hang of things pretty fast, but will his mum be as quick on the uptake?
Oh, my God!
Catherine and Max, we're Colin and Justin, and your home has just been heisted.
Holy Oh, my God! That's amazing!
Morning, Sir Max. How are you?
I'm just stunned. I can't believe they did that. That was hilarious. All my snowy balls on display there. Well, that's not all of them, right?
Look at this, the car accident that is your living room.
It is my living room.
Meanwhile, we've been having a bit of fun in Max's dressing up box.
And we've taken a little bit of an audience survey with everybody here and said, what kind of family do you think lives in a house with this kind of stuff? And they've all said, crazy people,
Yeah, really, eh?
bonkers people.
Do you like the snow globes?
Yeah,
Are you just saying that, young fella, because your mother's
Look.
standing here?
I guess. They're silly.
He's more embarrassed than I am, I think, to have our stuff out.
This is your living room. Look at those drapes hanging up there. Look at that sofa.
It's not drapes, it's a sari. It just never got done.
It's a sari
as opposed to sari.
It's sorry. It's
Who's
a sorry.
sorry now?
That was pretty shocking.
Well, why don't we all get some wheels and get you back to the scene of the
Oh,
crime?
yeah, definitely.
Justin, I think I'm stuck.
Designer on wheels coming
Hold
through.
on.
My name's Catherine. I've been living in this house for 13 years. Max is my only child, and Max walks with braces on his legs. So when he was born, there was a lot of unknowns about Max. My house is caught in a time warp. There's a lot of kid elements in the house, and it's really almost has no style at all. I'm single and trying to date, and it's really awkward to bring someone back to my house because my house doesn't look like everyone else's house. There's too much stuff, and I don't even know where to begin.
Now, come on,
Then
we've
you
lost
come,
our
madam.
wheels.
We want to know, what were you thinking?
Because it does kind of look like a house where there are no grown-ups.
I know, and that's the problem. My house needs to grow up. It really has been a place that I've kept just safe and fun.
But how old's Max?
He'll be 12 next year.
So he's growing up. It's not like he's a tiny little 2-year-old.
Surely having family photos up means that you can actually see them.
Because they're not here, I have to represent them.
The general feeling here is just pandemonium. It's like an explosion. And what about the snow globes? You got so many snow globes. It's like the worst weather I've ever seen indoors.
Snow globes and Colin and Justin just don't mix.
Not generally.
I went through a really tough time with Max when he was born, and they were something that people gave to me because they knew that I found them really cheerful.
I don't recall a time when I felt more challenged and more excited because she's extra special and we're going to make her home extra special. Now, my interpretation of bedrooms should really always say cozy, comfortable, invigorating. Or perhaps this.
I like it.
That ceiling is just crazed. So what is it with all your surfaces? Everything's so crowded.
That's my dressing table.
Have you passed this thinking on to Max?
Apparently. Yeah, I think so.
Your bedroom, missus, I'll tell you. It's
like a teenage girl's bedroom.
I'm not a cool teenage girl.
The moment of truth, Max. Have you inherited your mother's bizarre decorating style? Clearly, yes.
Well, it's pretty small.
And cluttered.
Yeah.
Why is all this stuff here? There's just no room anywhere.
We just don't know what to let go of.
You're going to be quite the emotional package when we start to purge.
You do have a therapist on the show.
She's given him so much. She's given him terrible taste as well.
I know I have a problem with holding on to things.
Catherine, there's news. The good news is that Colin and Justin are here to rescue you from all of this, my darling.
The bad news, you created all those decorating decisions inside, and from now on in, no further decisions need be taken by you. It's all up to yours truly. Are you prepared to give us your house keys and give us charge of your home while we do our work?
My house.
Yes.
Yes.
Your
You say
house,
your house.
our house.
Our house. You need to trust us, Catherine.
Come on.
You want me to do this right
Actually,
this
I'd
morning?
rather he had them.
I hate you.
Swapping Catherine's cluttered home for their spacious design studio, Colin and Justin seek inspiration for one of their most deserving cases.
I mean, obviously the problem in here is the fact that the lovely Catherine has tried to create a space, you know, that's very kind of like kid-friendly for Max, but even he's outgrown it. You know, it's up to us to future-proof this space for both of them.
I think we should do something a bit more grown up. Let's give her a really relaxed environment where she can get some succor from all the times and all the stress of her life, okay?
Okay, so a total hideaway then.
Hampton's Hideaway.
Hampton's Hideaway. Well, let's look at the accommodation we've got down here. First and foremost, you walk in the front door and you're squished into this tiny hallway, which gives you a very, very small living room. I say we lose that wall totally and open up this wonderful staircase here.
That works because the hallway effectively becomes part of the overall vista.
Are you feeling big and bold?
Bigger and bolder than ever.
You know, it's not too bright and clean and airy, but at the same time, it still feels very fresh.
Loads and loads of blue to remind you of the water. Obviously with a real kind of beachy overtone as well. That's kind of, yeah, imagine this blue on the ceiling.
Okay, well, if that's on the walls, that's on the ceiling, then there's no reason why it shouldn't appear on the floor as well. Why don't we do a timber floor, and then we could use area rugs in this shade. In terms of window treatments, I want shutters on the windows and not saris.
Oh no, brilliant.
And then we'll add a couple of plain sofas in white, but removable covers so that they're very family friendly.
Do you know, the dining room in Catherine's house to me is an enigma because it's missing a basic component of dining, the table. It's not the perfect hospitality zone. Let's address that major problem. White painted furniture, white painted chairs, upholstered in complementary fabric to this wallpaper.
We should hang a chandelier over the dining table.
Let's do something a bit different. Let's design a square, three-tiered centre rosette.
Fabulous. Well, should we move upstairs and have a look at Catherine's bedroom?
Let's. Do you know, the way that I see it is that Catherine, quite rightly so, has spent all her life taking care of little Max. Don't you think it'd be fantastic for us to give her a zone that's extra specially for her? And the first thing that I see in here, storage. This wardrobe area here is accessed only by that tiny little doorway. I reckon we blast out that, we blast out that, and we build new wardrobe doors on the front, okay?
Well, Decor, I mean, think sanctuary, think relaxation, think sophisticated.
This is absolutely the last word in elegance, so I think this is a really appropriate wallpaper for that room.
Anything else we bring into the space, I'm thinking should be plain. I think we should use maybe a white painted timber bed, maybe even a four-poster.
And then as a final detail, lots of gorgeous soft furnishings, taking our colorway suggestions from this wonderful wallpaper, particularly that orange.
I reckon our sanctuary has been achieved.
Just one last zone to tackle. Max's bedroom.
Now, Max's room is desperately in need of an update because he's, what, 12, 13, and he's way outgrown this space. He loves blue. I reckon we should give him a really nice navy blue room. We'll lose all these little cuddly toys and give him something that he can totally be proud of.
Flooring. Soft grey. I reckon that's a really nice way to go. Something with the look of concrete, quite masculine.
Yeah, I mean, what about something like this? You know, so it's got a very industrial look, but at the same time, you know, it's warm underfoot. Do you know, Max has got bunk beds at his dad's house, so I think we should use a loft bed in this space, and that way we get a bed plus a desk in the same space.
Genius.
So we've got the plan. All we need now is lovely Cheryl and the boys to make this a reality.
Exactly. Cheryl!
The start of the Reno, and it's time to bring in the heavy artillery as Colin and Justin marshal their troops.
It is day one of our latest home heist extravaganza, which means that walls are about to come tumbling down.
Morning, my lovely. Ah, look at this lovely team. Prediction number 1. We'll create a fantastic house for Catherine and Max. Prediction number 2. I think you'll marry Graham by the end of this episode.
Nice. Am I turning red yet?
Maybe let's get started then. Come on.
Oh my goodness.
Follow those people.
Your house is absolutely horrible, so it's got to change.
Wow. Maybe we should have said beforehand. The plan is to take this wall out. Wow. Would you like a shot?
I do.
With Catherine showing such gritty determination, this wall should be down in no time. But there's still a month's worth of work to do in less than a week.
My hair. What's this stuff in my hair?
Mind you, a sense of urgency is wasted on some people.
What better time to kick back and relax in the garden and talk about the Hamptons Hideaway? That is our buzzword or buzzwords for this particular episode. For Catherine to get time for herself. You know, her world has slowed down to make her little boy's world move ever faster. We wanted to feel like she's on holiday. In terms of specifics for the living room, shutters, elegant timber shutters.
That's perfect.
Honey-coloured timber flooring all the way throughout.
That's going to bring a lot of like natural kind of elements back into the space.
We've specified some really inexpensive creamy white sofas. Now, the reason that we've done that is because we've got the luxury of all these fabrics to play with. So we're buying the budget sofas, we're dressing with cushions and with throws and stuff. And the illusion that we'll create is that we've lavished the budget at every single solitary turn.
As usual, you know, it's quality over quantity. Why have 3 tiny little boxy spaces when you can have one capacious ground floor?
Capacious.
Capacious, do you like that?
Yeah, I love
Capacious,
it.
baby.
What is capacious?
Capacious, it's just capacious, it's kind of like spacious, but a bit more special.
Capacious.
Yeah, capacious.
Capacious? I can't even, what is that word? I can't remember. How do you spell that, actually? Capacious.
These arches are so 1970s, you know, let's lose that totally, and again, we'll reclaim this as a really big space.
Okay, our big problem is this heat it goes to the bedroom, we go under the ground, and we have to build a little box here to go up to feed the bedroom.
Then we've got flat against here, so you just get a little kind of pocket there that doesn't get in the way of the kind of proceedings.
Justin and Colin seem to have some fabulous idea about rebuilding the whole main floor of the house in 6 days. It's just probably one of their largest flights of fancy I've seen yet. I can't see how it's going to happen.
An open concept living space means there's plenty of demolition to be getting on with. And like the crew, Colin and Justin can't afford to pull any punches.
Okay, here's the deal. You're a lovely woman, but your house is absolutely dreadful.
Okay.
You know what I mean? There are 2 things that we have to deal with, you know, because on Home Heist, we make over the home and the homeowner. And that's you, my lovely. Crime number 1, darling.
Photographic frenzy, every surface, every drawer, every cupboard, every hutch. You are absolutely photographically out of control.
Oh.
We need to show you a really clever and succinct way of reining all of that right back in. Crime number 2.
You have to learn to let go.
You care desperately about the family, which is fantastic, but it can get to the point where there's just too much in there, you know, and you have to be selective.
Okay.
Excess. Yeah.
Are you ready for your t-shirt?
Okay, what is it? What is it?
Snowed under.
You have got those snow globes everywhere.
It is a blizzard of homeliness in there.
It couldn't be more appropriate for me and my house.
Well, darling, you go and pop your t-shirt on.
Okay, I will.
In an alternative universe, I could date Catherine.
There would be certain complications if you did date Catherine. It would be the best night's sleep she ever had.
That's true.
Day 2 of the Reno is all about prepping and smoothing to create the perfect blank canvas for Colin and Justin's Hampton's Hideaway transformation.
Today we're working on all the drywall's getting finished. The hardwood floors are getting done. We got to get all the walls ready for wallpaper. But before we do that, we got to put up the crown molding. So there's a lot of work left.
Don't jump the gun, Graham. Before the moulding can go up, it has to be bought first. So Cheryl sent an advance party ahead to scout for possibilities.
I'm here at the lumberyard to meet with Brian to choose some crown molding and trim for Catherine's living room. Now, we want to make sure that it's not over the top, not too ornamental, but just casual and comfortable for her new living space. Brian.
Hey, Cheryl.
Hey, how are you?
I'm great. You want to start with something small and simple and work our way around from that?
Well, I know the crown definitely has to be huge. Like 6 inches, 7 inches.
Well, here's about 5.
And I find this is a little bit too decorative.
Okay.
Too formal.
We'll stay away from that.
Yeah.
This stuff now. This is about as big as I've been able to find here.
That's massive. Actually, that's quite nice. I mean, it's almost a nice little decorative touch. And we can actually make the crown molding look bigger by varying up
Spacing
the
it.
spacing, right? And painting this all white.
I think it'll look great.
All right. Do you know how much we need?
Yeah, as much as we need plus 10%. You know, you have a check in the end of the wood or a knot you want to get rid of.
Or one of the construction guys, you know, steps on it, breaks it.
Back at the house, the living room floor is going down on schedule. Catherine's bedroom closet has been widened for better storage. And in Max's room, a white ceiling will make things feel a lot less cramped. But there's no point creating more room if Catherine simply clogs it up again. As well as snow globes, she's a fanatical collector of family photos. But the boys want to prove that in a digital age, they don't need to take up valuable space.
Now, we brought you to this really lovely photo gallery, okay, because we've got a fantastic lesson to tell you. What we want to show you is that there are alternative ways to display family imagery. Pictures don't need to explode over every single surface.
Darling, it's time for you to embrace the 21st century.
Follow us this way.
I love it.
Hey,
I love
darling.
it. It's good. It's good, eh?
Past, present, and future here.
Catherine's entire family album's been transported to the gallery so the boys can give a hands-on demonstration.
Colin, I look at those people every day. Honest to God, you may think I just walk past this. I don't. I look at them.
Every surface, even inside cupboards, inside drawers, every shelf is groaning. We want to show you that you can still enjoy all of that, but in a much more seemly way.
And we're going to take the frenzy away, but still celebrate the family.
Okay.
And this is how we're going to do it.
Oh
We're actually
my
going
God.
to use digital photo frames, and we're going to upload all of your family photographs onto them.
Like that on my wall?
Yes.
Oh my God.
But
Are you
this-
serious?
This is the future for you, and it is so easy.
I love it. I don't get to see those people. I only get to see them flat like that all the time.
These lovely moving images are going to be scrolling through. You're going to walk in, you're going to be totally surprised
You
all
don't
the
know how
time.
much. That's so nice.
This is so incredibly easy. Max,
I know.
looking fantastic. And then straight away, we can actually wire this screen directly onto a computer so we can enjoy Max right there.
Oh, it's great.
Well, even this fantastic photograph that you have already that's not digital can be scanned in and then uploaded directly onto a computer. Stick them on a USB drive and then use that to transfer onto these.
And they can send me pictures from Britain and I can put them on.
Of course they can. They can send them via the internet. You can download them. You can pop them up there.
And you can actually use these
So that even if you don't have a computer, you can go direct from the camera to those.
That's amazing.
It's incredible. I mean, the technology is fantastic. This is so you, darling. It's a way of
I know.
taking all of that,
It's perfect.
keeping
so
it all,
perfect.
and putting it into all of this.
You can scroll through them to your heart's content.
Catherine, this is the best of both worlds, okay? Because you get to hold on to all of your precious memories, and we get to free up all of your precious space.
Yes.
It's not about getting bogged down in new technology. You take a family photograph, you want to share it with your family. End of story.
This is the thought that I can have everybody there, and it feels like they're in the room. That for me is just, it's the biggest gift. Yeah, anything else is all icing.
Day 3 and time is of the essence.
So things have been really busy here at Catherine's house, and the guys were in over the weekend. So as you can see, they've done so much. The crown molding is up, all of the plaster is going up. We've also laid down all of this beautiful honey-colored floor. In Catherine's room, all of the walls are primed, ready for wallpaper. We've got the crown molding up. The floor has been painted white, white, white. And in Max's room, we've got the flooring down. So it's been really busy, but we're gonna keep on going because we can't stop at this point.
Well, it's mid-Reno visit, and the fact that Colin McAllister here has come dressed as J.R. Ewing from Dallas has baffled even me.
Baby, don't be baffled, because Dallas was all about big business,
Okay.
and we are in the big business of home Reno.
Does that make me Sue Ellen?
Hey!
Sorry, darling. We thought it'd be fun to take you into your own house at this stage, halfway through the Reno, and see what you think as we get ourselves towards the finishing line.
Yes, I think so.
You haven't been peeking, have you?
No. Oh my God, you put crown molding in. Hi. My stairs, look at this.
Look at the space.
I know. Well, the whole thing is that it's so different. It's just, I'm stunned.
And we've put in the most gorgeous timber floor all the way through.
Oh, it's dark too. Oh my God.
We wanted you to have somewhere where you can dine. We're going to address that here.
And you.
Should we look upstairs? How is it? Is there anything worth seeing before we go
You're kidding.
up?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Huge changes.
let's go.
Oh my gosh, okay.
Upstairs. Thanks.
Oh no!
Your room, darling, is off limits.
Off limits. Oh.
Let's have a look at Max's. Oh, we can't show you this. What do you think of the
put
floor?
down.
Look, non-slip.
That's pretty cool for him.
Hopefully he'll love the fact that it's kind of like a faux concrete. You know, it looks kind
Yeah.
of blocky. It's butch
I never
and
thought of that.
fabulous.
That's
Yeah.
good. It's boyish,
It
isn't
is.
it? Yeah.
And that's it. He needs to grow up here, you know,
I
because
know,
he wants
it's
to
so
get
true.
wants to get rid of all his cuddlies, all his books. You know, and he wants to be embraced. He's about to
Yeah.
become a teenager.
I love what I see. I'm very, very impressed. I'm really loving it, yeah.
While Catherine continues to admire the crew's handiwork, Colin and Justin check out the one room she's been banned from.
Meanwhile, look at the closet. Think of all that dead space that was there, you know, and suddenly we've increased the capacity by what, 40%?
Oh, easily. So we've saved a bit of dosh by painting the floor and not using a brand new floor. We've got our wallpaper going up being rollered with glue.
That paper is just to die for, isn't it?
See that little orange detail in there? We've decided to take that orange detail from the paper. And this is a no-brainer. People say, how do you come up with a good colour scheme that you know will work? Well, if you find a fabric or a wallpaper that looks good, there's your colour scheme that works. So what we're going to do is take that lovely orange detail and use that for the Venetian blinds. But therein lies the problem. Where are the shutters?
Are they here?
Ask Cheryl.
Luckily for Cheryl, she's safely out of earshot, looking for the perfect Hampton's 4-poster.
Okay. It's bed, but nothing for chrome. Ooh! Four goes to bed. Wrong color, but style-wise, this looks great. This bed isn't right in terms of color, so I'm not going to purchase this, but I'm going to look at different things like the headboard. And this molding actually looks very similar to what we're using in the crown molding in Catherine's bedroom. And we want to make sure that it's always classy, very substantial, and it looks like something very architectural. So this would work out really perfectly.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, Cheryl. I'm
Kennedy,
from Home
a pleasure.
Heist.
Hi, welcome
Listen,
in.
I am under extreme pressure to find this bed for this upcoming house.
Okay.
And I'm looking for white, and this bed over here, unfortunately, is in black. This is too big and it's the wrong color.
Okay.
Now, I have this picture, which is sort of the inspiration that we're going for. Four-poster bed, painted white.
Believe it or not, I have something exactly similar to that arriving today. Should actually be in my warehouse as we speak, arriving.
I'd love to see it. If we
We'll
can
go back
find
in
it,
my
I'll
warehouse.
dig through boxes.
No,
whatever
we
you
have
to
it
do.
there. They should be unloading off the truck at the moment.
Can we please check?
Let's go.
I'm pretty desperate.
Take care of you.
And I don't believe it.
Hopefully, Cheryl's problems could be solved. Which is more than can be said about Catherine's hoarding habits. Back at the house, Colin and Justin think it's time she made some tough decisions.
We have a lesson, especially for you.
Really?
And it's all about
Again?
learning to let go.
Colin and I have devised a rather fabulous plan, a rather clever way to show you that too much clutter makes you an absolute nutter, okay?
Okay.
So if we can weed out the things that don't matter, then your house will be full of precious things.
This truck here contains a load of your stuff, and we're going to do a little sort through.
Oh, gosh.
Does that look familiar?
Yes.
We need you to get rid of about 1/3 of your stuff. Now, you can do it in 3 separate categories. You can either toss it if it's completely useless. You can pop it into the donate section so somebody else gets the benefit of it, okay? Or you can save it and put it back in your
tarp
house.
should be bigger, though.
Well, we'll be the judge of that. So on your marks, get set, go!
You know, use the 1 in, 2 out rule. If you bring one thing into the house, throw away 2 items. And that way, your home will be so much cleaner.
And as we always like to say, there's safety in numbers. Bring in a friend to help you declutter. They can be far more impartial, and they can tell you if you really need it or if you don't.
But Catherine reveals that decluttering for her is harder than for most.
When I was young, my dad was raising us 4 kids by himself because my mom had died. I got a call when I was 15. Our house was on fire. Everything in the house was gone. We just lost a parent, and now we were losing everything else. It was like getting wiped out. There was nothing there, like we had nothing. Afterwards, I couldn't let anything go.
2 hours later, the boys return to see how Catherine's coping.
Wow!
Meanwhile,
How do you feel now that you've done this?
It's cleansing, eh?
Okay.
It is cleansing. This is one thing that survived the fire, so I keep that.
I think that's why you gather things, because it helps eradicate the memory of the fire.
I'm always wondering when someone's going to take something away again. So to give something away feels so really unnatural.
I think you're doing really well.
Not bad, eh?
We always tell people as well that for every new item you bring into your home, you should try and get rid of a couple of the things that have just become clutter. Now, Catherine, remember these snow globes. How many can you get rid of?
1/3?
This isn't useful to anybody.
What about a dry London and a dry Florida?
Toss.
This one?
Okay. Oh, that one's good!
Oh, no! It's gotta go.
Whoa!
Meanwhile, Catherine, look at this. You've taken everything from this van that was in your house and you've sorted it out and you've done incredibly well. I mean, it's more than 2/3 is going.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, well done.
Yeah, I feel really good about what I did. And I actually feel really good about cleaning my kids' stuff out, too, because I think I'm going to help him in some lessons learned there about what you hold on to and what you don't.
For Catherine to just let go of so much is a huge, huge turning point for her. You know, don't sit back at home and think this has been easy for her. It hasn't.
Day 4 is all about wallpaper, with Colin and Justin's summer sky-inspired pattern going up in the living room. In the bedroom, the classy scrollwork continues and the closet is being primed for further action. Pity things aren't running so smoothly for Tim. Thanks to an unexpected change of plan in Max's room, he's facing a real challenge.
Colin and Justin come in at last minute and asked us to put blue stripes in. So it's going to be blue, white, blue, white, blue, white, blue, white, blue, white, all the way down. Just to complicate things a little bit, that end of the room is actually 5.5 inches higher than that end of the room. So the stripe is going to be like this on top. It's kind of crazy, but I can't rebuild the whole house, you know? To get perfect stripes, what you want to do is you want to start with your base color, which is your white. You paint the entire wall Then you put in tape, say in 3-inch bands. Paint it your base color again to seal the edges. That's the key so you don't get that seepage. Then you go ahead and you paint out your top color. Then just peel your tape when your second coat's still wet, and you should have a perfect, crisp line every time.
Oblivious to the trouble they've caused, Colin and Justin are hunting for furniture with a holiday feel for Catherine's Hampton's Hideaway.
Meanwhile, Hampton's inspiration.
What have we got here? We want it to feel really beachy and really fresh, a real kind of lovely rural hideaway escape. In terms of the living room, if we can get furniture that's got this kind of shape.
Okay, but then you add all this beautiful kind of rope work, you know, a great big natural rug on the floor, you immediately think that you're actually in the beach. Pile up the baskets as well, or anything that's got a kind of dried timber quality that looks like it's just been washed up. I reckon we should put them on our list. Oh, meanwhile, now look at that. That's an extreme, isn't it? You know, that wouldn't be washed up in the beach, but it's nice that they've taken the whole driftwood idea to the next level.
This is classic Hampton's Hideaway.
Don't go overboard. You don't need rope on the walls. You don't need yachts everywhere. But maybe a beautiful lamp like this will suggest Hamptons in a slightly more sophisticated way.
I think we're pretty much on the money here. I think we're done.
I mean, this is one of the things that we're very good at.
Oh, I love shopping.
Day 5, and in every room it's a case of so near and yet so far.
Okay, Max's room is a bit of a mess right now. We've got our painters working like crazy to get all of the banding all around the room. We have a couple of issues. The ceiling's not level, so we're trying to sort of trick the eye, and we're gonna paint the top band white, so it sort of all blends in together, and then your eye immediately goes to the rest of the space. Oh my God. So at least there's one room in the house that is almost finished. The only thing we have to do is paint these cabinet doors orange, and then put up the light fixture, that's going orange as well. I can actually start dressing. I'm just waiting for my furniture to arrive. Already I can feel how calm this wallpaper is. This room is starting to look really beautiful. They're almost finished, but we still have a couple of things we have to work on. Number one, we have digital frames that are going to be displayed on this wall. We've extended the railing here, so Max has the ability to grab on with 2 hands. Have a couple of problems with these ceiling medallions. Now, we have made them. They're square medallions, but the fixtures that I found are not square, and that's what the boys wanted. I want the entire construction team to be out of here. I would love to dress this room. Are you guys gonna be done soon?
No. 8 hours later, and Cheryl's no closer to having her wish granted. Construction's still in, and it looks like it's for the long haul. Thank goodness for takeaways.
Meanwhile, I love a spot of late-night pizza delivery. Shh. Pizza!
Oh, yay!
Hi, babies!
Starving.
Oh, pop it! This is looking amazing.
Isn't it coming together really nicely?
Oh, yeah, it's fantastic.
This is great.
Circular chandeliers up.
Instead of the square ones that we talked
Exactly.
for. Initially, we specified the square crowns with square chandelier, but this works really nicely. Putting the circular against the square is great.
The staircase looks amazing, and just the fact when you walk in, who knew? All the walls are gone.
I know.
Horrible
You would have never
archway, you know,
known.
it feels like a really nice natural room now, doesn't it?
Stripes, baby, stripes.
Oh, look, I love the door. Well, meanwhile, you can see how it really slopes down, though, can't you?
I know, that's why we opted to do the white underneath the crown molding, so that way you don't really notice.
Yeah, that's a good idea, isn't it? Just find a natural line. Great.
Thanks, Cheryl. This has been carried out incredibly well.
Oh, I mean, that looks like fabric on the walls. This is incredible.
It's so relaxing.
You're
Oh,
just
yeah.
using the dead space.
It looks built in. We have the orange doors, they're just drying outside.
And this thing that we're obsessed with at the moment, which is painting ceilings in the same colour as the background of wallpaper, I think it works really nicely in here. It's all come together, testament to the best team in the world. Love everything in here.
Okay, can you go now?
It sounds ridiculous to me
Please.
standing here.
That'll pull his moustache off.
As long as you approve of everything, then we will make it happen for tomorrow morning. I love you. Thank God. I can sleep right now.
Just 24 hours to go, and the team are going flat out to get back on schedule for tomorrow's reveal.
This is not just interior design, this is interior divine, and it's also dress day.
Yep, it's time for another house to become a home. Oh, hello. Can we get involved in this? Here, take a chair. Lovely.
8 chairs in a small dining room, right, for dinner parties. We need to think carefully about the images that we have on those screens when we bring her in for the first time.
Niceness.
Oh, my word.
Cute,
Bring it, please. I reckon when you think of the Hamptons Hideaway, you think of something that's really airy and clear and uncluttered. Painted white furniture, loads and loads of blue to remind you of the water. It's really fresh.
The quality of the light feels like a Hamptons retreat now. You know, we're taking all the walls away, removing the darkness. You know, there's plenty of windows in here. That makes you feel automatically that you're in somewhere else.
Can you hear the sound of that saw out there? That is dress day sawing going on. Attention to detail. We're still working on all the little bits that make a difference. Can you see Tim on the steps painting? Because he cares. He's making sure that every little last bit is done.
In the living room, the flat-screen monitors that will display Catherine's family photo collection have been neatly integrated into the walls. And in the master bedroom, work has begun on the orange contrast colour the boys have picked out from their feature wallpaper.
Right, my darling, if we can bring you down the steps here. Your house has undergone radical transformation, but we still have some stuff to do.
OK, we need you to vamoose, come back fresh as a daisy tomorrow morning without your snowed under T-shirt, because, darling, you're cured, you're no longer snowed.
Can I just ask you a question, Colin?
Yes,
Why,
darling.
when you said that to her, did you take a little comedy grab at her chin, just like that?
Because she's the cutest girl in the world.
Grab my chin, too. I don't want to feel left out.
Oh, chinny chin.
Off you go.
Come on, we've got cushions to plump. Shall we? Why 3 blinds, not 1 blind?
I couldn't get one long one. They don't have it in that size.
But it looks loose and it doesn't look permanent. I think what we need to do is get one of the boys to build a frame around this, almost like, imagine like 3 picture frames with an upturn here as well. It will cover the gap between each of the blinds, and we'll take 3 cheap blinds and make them look like 1 really expensive shutter.
It's a great idea.
Greg, what's going on with these doors? They don't look very healthy.
No, they look terrible. What happened was,
it
scrapes off really easy. It's because the paint hasn't cured. Yesterday we sprayed these outside in the truck. It was only 15 degrees Celsius out there. The paint needs at least 18 to 20 to cure. It didn't cure. So my remedy is if we can live with the color of the shutters, we're going to use the same aerosols because it's reliable and will dry.
It's done. If Greg can get the doors to dry in time and we can get this room dressed, we can shut the door and forget it.
Okay, let's do it. Okay, can you help me with
Of course I
this
can.
tabletop?
The only problem with this is that it's a little higher than normal, which means there's not a great deal of room for articulation when he gets to the top. So I think what we should do
Why don't we cut
is
it?
crop it.
You'll still have some space to actually sit and do work, right? And then I just want to do some last-minute shelving over here.
Let's make sure that when these shelves go up, they're positioned either inside a blue stripe or inside a white
do it in
stripe
the
rather
white.
than, yeah, I think so, rather than overlapping the white and
Yeah.
the blue. Let's crop this down. Let's give more room to get into the top part and plenty of room to use the bottom part as a little study. Fabulous.
So there's a long list of last-minute adjustments to tackle. Greg's praying his solution to the orange crisis comes off. Everyone's got their fingers crossed against IT problems. And the carpenters are at work in the bedrooms, creating fake shutters and altering Max's bed for more headroom.
Now, don't be afraid to use heavily patterned elements in your designs, like our wonderful wallpaper and these rather fantastic chairs. The trick with using pattern is to get the balance right between patterned and plain. Look at the wallpaper. It's sandwiched between a plain floor and a plain ceiling. Our fabric is on a plain chair, on a plain rug, and finally, our patterned cushions are happily positioned on a plain sofa.
Oh, the feel in this room is absolutely gorgeous. It's almost like being inside a gorgeous little cocoon. And the way that we've done that to make it feel like a lovely Hamptons Hideaway is by using elegant but restrained pops of colour. Obviously down in the bedding with the oranges and the green, over here with the oranges and the rose and everything. But the final way just to pull the whole scheme together is the unexpected surprise when you turn your eyes up this way. A lovely ceiling painted in the same colour as the background of the wallpaper just pulls everything together.
The only way to cure a clutter queen like Catherine is to provide proper storage. Think about the space that was here before, a really awkward, narrow little channel with all that dead space. And that's why we punched a huge hole in the wall from the front so that we've got access to every single inch.
You know, we're always being asked, where does inspiration come from? And it comes from absolutely anywhere, from your favourite film, from your favourite book. The inspiration from Max's room came from a gift box. And if a present can look really special because of its packaging, surely a room can do too.
I am 98% excited and 2% scared. I want to get back in the house, I really do. I want to start this whole journey, the next part, but also it's very, very important to me to be in my house. That's where I feel the most comfortable. So I'm hoping it's comfy.
Now, just because your place doesn't have a focal point such as a fireplace as an original feature, it doesn't mean to say that it has to do without. We've created brand new focal points. Firstly, a gorgeous big mirror. Could that be simpler? Reflecting light all the way around the room. And secondly, my favourite bit, a hutch, some beautiful accessories, artwork either side, a couple of symmetrically arranged chairs, and all of a sudden, your room takes on new designer majesty.
Well, here it is, the fruits of our labours. You know, our lesson for Catherine was all about how to display family photographs in the 21st century. Have a look at this area. Look, the surfaces are clear, beautifully dressed, and yet every single family snap that was here before is now displayed fantastically on our digital photo frames. Now, there's nothing better in the bedroom than a perfect bedside companion. No, I'm not talking about your lover. I'm talking about a piece like this. You know, a couple of bedside tables on either side of the bed, a wonderfully strong, symmetrical approach to design. But you need to make sure that you have a surface, somewhere for a glass of water, somewhere for a book, maybe a box, so you can keep all your little bits and pieces tucked away nicely. And maybe, if you're really lucky, some additional shelving as well.
Well, Max's bedroom is an absolute triumph, but it's all about the double duty because it's actually really small. We had to make it work as hard as it possibly could. So, for example, double-decker bed, top level for sleeping, down at this level here for working, homework and play. Everything else is cleverly put together to get value for money in terms of space usage. So, cute wee cabinet over there, which is a great place for secondary seating, and tons of boxes everywhere for clever storage.
You scrub up, don't you?
Blimey.
I'm cleaning up good.
Baby, join me up here now. Are you ready for this? Yeah.
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
I'm totally ready. Please.
Catherine, this one's from the heart.
In, follow that, man.
1, 2, 3. Welcome, Catherine, to your new fabulous home. Come on in.
Oh my God. Oh my God. It's so different. Oh my God. I can't even say anything. Oh my God. Oh, it's great, guys. It's lovely.
The hallway's gone, and it's now a much more open plan space. We've tried to zone it by giving little islands. So one rug is one island for living. One rug at the other side of the room is the island for dining.
It's really stunning. Just feels like a holiday house.
Well, that's a good thing, isn't it?
No, it's great. Can I sit down?
Of course.
Yeah, well, baby, yes.
It's your room, it's your house. Now, one of the problems that you had was your photo frenzy. So we had to tone that right down, find a much more clever way of displaying everything that's important.
Oh my God, it looks great. Oh, it's perfect. It's beautiful.
So you've still got all the pictures, right? You've still got everything that you had before.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. It's great. Oh, you did such a good job, guys. It's brilliant.
Catherine, this table extends, okay? So you can sit loads of people around this table.
Amazing. It's so good.
Do you like the stairway, how we've opened it up to make it
I
feel
love
far
that.
bigger?
This is amazing. Yeah, it's really nice. It's really nice.
Should we get Max and show Max his room? In you go.
Oh my God.
Come on, Mom. Come on, Max.
Oh my gosh. What do you think?
Wow.
Wow. Oh my God. Maxie, look at your desk. It's so great. It's amazing. Look. Oh, it's so cute.
What do you like about it, son?
Everything.
Thing is, Max, the room's not actually enormous, so we use these stripes to make it feel as if it's much bigger because the stripes push your eye all the way around. So it kind of magnifies the feeling of space for you. It's a trick of the eye.
And look, when people come over, you have cushions to sit on.
Yeah, exactly. You know, you can
wow.
get your friends round. You've obviously still got your wardrobe there. Does Mum like it?
Up.
I really like it.
Fun. Does it feel like a
10 out
young
of 10?
man's bedroom, not a baby's room anymore?
You love it?
Did we get it right for him,
That's
Catherine?
awesome. Oh, I can tell.
Off limits no longer.
Oh my God! Oh God! It's gorgeous. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. This is the best. I love it so much.
This is your new boudoir, honey.
It's so nice. It's so lovely.
It's got a nice mood, hasn't it? You know, our whole kind of Hampton
lovely.
style.
Yes.
You, of course, have learned to let go of all of your clutter.
Yes.
You know, and you can enjoy a freer,
It's
cleaner
so
space.
lovely, lovely.
And it's functional, Catherine, because look, you now have double the amount of wardrobe space that you had before. We widened. Yeah, honey.
That's great. It's amazing. Oh, you gave me so much space for everything.
Oh.
It is really good.
We're going to bid you farewell.
Take care
I know.
of it.
Ah,
gorgeous
ah.
Be fabulous, Catherine. You and Max enjoy it, huh?
Amazing.
Indeed. And just think, boys of the world, you could be sharing this space with Catherine.
Boys of the world, be
My
scared.
new space, I know. This is amazing. This is perfect.
Well, where there was once a very dark and depressing house, there is now a gorgeous, light, bright family home. Catherine is on the road to designer heaven.
Absolutely. The best thing for me, the fact that Mad Max has given his bedroom the seal of approval with his fabulous happy dance. He is the funkiest boy in the neighborhood.
There is only one thing left to do. Yep, it's time to roll out the rug.
Home Heist, it's a walkover.